HamiltonRadio.net. What up? What's good? Say Q, Drew Smitty, Ron Committee, So Unique is back. Yeah. West Trent. Yeah. Hip hop lives through me, it came from the streets. Rhythm with a break beat, prove who can MC. Metaphors and techniques made you have to check me. My dialect connect peace, lyrics that are wet sheets. Spit it raw and sexy, shorty wanna F me. Swerving to the left beat, on the grind and stress free. Bust a shot of dead beef, hit him in the headpiece. Warned you not to test me, ice bars is Gretzky. Slide it in your wifey, all the women love me. A slight touch of grimy, slice in half a dime piece. Knuckle rapper 5-piece, high looking Chinese. More your IP, vivid on your screen, eyes wide like high beams, too low to find me. Switching lanes like car thieves, Starsky and Hush trees. Roll up the best weed, firewater Hennessy. Ginseng for energy, holla mommy Ben Aki. He play hits, HamiltonRadio.net station. The Munk Show, I'm tuned in. He play hits, HamiltonRadio.net station. The Munk Show, I'm tuned in. He play hits, HamiltonRadio.net station. The Munk Show, I'm tuned in. He play hits, HamiltonRadio.net station. The Munk Show, I'm tuned in.
All right, hello. I don't hear nothing. Is everything on over here? I don't hear nothing now, dude. Let me turn it up. This is number one. All right, turn me up a little bit. Okay, tonight is gonna be another night. I got my man Razi calling in around 11 o'clock. We're gonna play a couple of his tracks, but we're gonna cover a few things tonight. It's definitely gonna be eye-opening. We're gonna deal with some clones. We're gonna play some music. We're gonna go on the conspiracy vibe again, as I do usually. You know what I mean? Let me see. But before we get started, I want y'all to listen to one of the tunes I did. This is The Machines. I don't think y'all heard this yet. So I'm gonna play it right now while we get these videos ready. right, that was Machines. We're gonna start with one of these videos, but before I get into the meat of it, well, a couple of these videos gonna be kind of disturbing. Um, I don't know if y'all can't see the screen yet. We're gonna put the other screen off to the side. You know what I mean? It's like another scene and stuff, but I guess you can make a little bubble or something. Cause this is kind of disturbing, man. This what's those guys the Sue Cimeros, they made this video on this kind of disturbing, man. But I'm gonna show y'all anyway, cause it was kind of funny. And then I got another message, and we gonna get into the meat of the show. Cause I don't really want to spoil it, so we gonna push that back, and start that from a bit and blow it up. You might, can you see from over there? All right, you can see everything. All right, blow it up, and then there you go.
Remember,
Yeah, leave it right there. That's good right there, so people can see me. And
Many
then,
of you have
and
asked me
then
how I
now
always
you
look
can blow
so
it up on
good,
another one.
how my makeup always looks so perfect, or how I always have this natural glow. Here's my
Yo,
secret.
please do not. Yo, Ma. Are you kidding me? Bruh, she filling up a cup of dog piss? What? Yo, what the yo, don't, nah. Ah! Yo, come on, man. Yo, how are white people not extinct? Yo, what the is this?
Don't take that personal.
Ah!
I wonder if she could even like chug it all at once.
Ah!
Look at your dedication to the graphs, Stacy.
Man, she's drinking that shit like it's Cavassier. Ah!
She got every last drop out of there.
Ah!
Drinks for $60 in the club. You're like, I'm not wasting shit.
Until I first drank my dog's pee, I was depressed, I was sad, and
What?
I had really bad acne.
Oh,
Now I'm depressed, I'm sad, I have really bad acne,
And my
I
breath
drink
smell like dog
dog's
pee.
yo,
Other dogs coming up to her mouth like,
Yeah, she goes to the dog park, dogs are smelling her mouth instead of other dogs' asses. Yo, what the
Dog pee also has vitamin A in it, it has vitamin E in it, and it has 10 grams of calcium.
And it has vitamin P, nigga. The is wrong with you?
full daily service.
Yo, fam, you don't gotta Google it. It's gonna eat an orange or apple.
You gotta get it fresh though.
Fam.
You know when you get that tableside guac?
And it's also proven to help cure cancer.
What, excuse me?
It's what? What medical journal is that in?
All right, someone's definitely got the InfoWars culinary cookbook.
Yo, I don't even want to know what her dog smoothies are made out of.
And that is why I look so much better than
Bring it back to the very beginning, because I just realized one of the first things she says. Like, watch.
Many of you have asked me how I always look so good.
Stop.
How my
all right.
Ma, I mean this with all due respect. You're a 12
you
from the
can cut
forum.
that
Stop
one,
drinking that
man.
dog
Yo,
food.
stop. I thought she was giving the dog.
Yeah, man. You see now, look, that's some wild shit. You drinking dog pee, talk about it, clear up acne and stuff. Now, it might actually work. Who knows? It might actually work, but I ain't gonna find out. And you know, when I was young, I had that problem. I had acne and all that stuff. You know, still got because you eat sugar. I was a kid. I had like loads of sugar. You know, people that know me personally, they know I had bumps and stuff. But the last thing you want to do is drink some dog piss, man. You know, all you gotta do is drink some water. That's all you gotta do. Drink some water. Damn it, shit. Drink a dog piss. You know, other people probably gonna see that and like actually try it. So now, I got a feeling somewhere on the market they're already selling you dog piss. You know, somewhere. It's probably like an ingredient. Did y'all hear about the what was that? The Red Bull. Red Bull. Red Bull was supposed to be bull piss. Yeah. Red Bull. The taurine. Taurine. Now, you know, when you think about it, when you look at that word taurine, you know, urine, taurine, and they put it on the can. It's on the can. Now, I mean, for cats that like to drink Red Bull and stuff like that, look on the ingredients in the can. It says taurine. And and you know what? I drunk one Red Bull before. I did, and it did taste weird to me, and it didn't give me no energy or nothing. You know, it just had that weird taste, and I feel offended. All right, can you sue for that? You know, I got some bills to pay and stuff. You know, can you sue for that? Like, man, look, y'all sold me some bull piss, and it didn't give me no energy. So a lot of cats is out here drinking bull piss. But you know, not only that, it's selling bull piss with, and people are drinking that like with Hennessy and shit. They're mixing it with alcohol. So, you know, I think that's the reason some cats had a heart attack and strokes and stuff like that, because when you mix it with the alcohol, the chemical element in the Red Bull is going to accelerate that condition, especially if you already got things like diabetes, you already got some type of heart condition. So yeah, taurine in Red Bull is bull piss. That's what taurine mean. Taurine, urine, taurine. And you know, I guess they gonna, you know, be mad at me for that. You know, I'll be lucky if this video stayed up, but I'm gonna record this one this time, put it in the archive. Cause tonight I'm gonna hit you with some. I got some videos. It's kind of lengthy, and I got one that was made by Dave Chappelle's cousin. And it's like an hour long, but I might have to cut that because my man gonna call him. My man gonna call in, and we're gonna promote some of his stuff. Shout out to Rozzy High Power. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna promote some of my man's stuff, but at the same time, you know, I gotta keep it a high level. You know, I gotta hit you with something that makes you think about what's really going on, because I'm not, you know, going to play into the brainwashing aspect of this entertainment thing. I always wanted to be in. I'm a keyboard player. I've been playing since I was 7 years old. I played with numerous bands, done thousands of shows. I did the rap thing, you know what I mean, for a numerous amount of years. But it's like learning all this stuff about, you know, the casting couch and all that stuff, man. Look, I'm not going to keep my mouth shut about that, man. You know, you know, some people might look at it like, oh, man, you crushing his dreams. No, I ain't crushing your dreams. I'm trying to save your booty hole, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever you is, because I'm sure they're not just relegating this to race, but these are things are well known that you have to do before you get to a certain level. Now it's like some of them cats is having to do that, and you ain't getting nothing. Ain't nothing going on. So, you know, we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna try to play the majority of the interview, but it is kind of long. It's like an hour and 26. But this is a 2-hour show, so you know what I mean. And I can, you know, extend it a little bit, being that I started late. So I'm gonna tack on that extra half hour. You know what I mean. So we're gonna get to this first video to get this started. But I want to play this message right here. Ruben, could you scroll up to the top? Up where the guy is sitting in his truck, and blow that up, turn him up. Now, before I play this, the guy has a good message. Shout out to my man Aaron Everhart. I know you're watching the game. This guy is gonna, what he's about to say is in reference to being distracted.
What up?
But this is not personal.
Listen.
I already had this plan before we talked about that. You know what I'm saying? So I seen this video last night. It touched me, and I felt like, you know, people need to see this, man. You know, not just people, but my people, black people, African people. You know what I'm saying? We need to see this stuff, man. We need to acknowledge what the hell's going on. We are being distracted on a high level. So, you know, play the video, man, so you can see where I'm coming from.
What up? Listen, excuse my language. Please excuse my language. Yesterday, this the type of shit that pisses me off. This is why we are so fucked up as people. Our mentality is we have about the stupidest people. Yesterday in Chicago, this young man got shot by the police 6 or 7 times. From what I hear, in the back, running away. There were several witnesses out there. All the witnesses say the young man was running away and he wasn't armed. Of course, the police come back and say he was armed. He pulled a gun out. He threatened the officers, so they shot him. I don't think the young man is dead yet or not. But it's always the same scenario with this shit. Always somebody running away with a gun shooting. Nobody on the street shoots like that, first and foremost. We all from the streets, most of us. We all done shit. I have never seen nobody running and doing this shit, shooting behind them. Especially a killer. They gonna aim your ass up and shoot you. The very least they may do is drive past and shoot you. Fucking drive by. But they not running away fucking shooting, man. It's the same scenario repeated over and over and over again. And we accept this shit with no fucking response. Outside of a march and a protest. No fucking response, right? But the main thing is this. My entire timeline on my other page, these niggas, they ain't said shit about this. The main topic is Cleveland being down 0-3 and fucking LeBron James, man. A motherfucker is shot in your city. Shot in your city by the fucking police. And you don't mention a word about it. You don't say anything. Your main concern is fucking LeBron James. See, this is how you conquer people. This is how you conquer a people. You give them a bunch of irrelevant shit and a bunch of irrelevant people. And no offense to LeBron James, you're a good brother to me. But a bunch of irrelevant people and a bunch of irrelevant shit that has no effect on your life. No impact on your life outside of entertainment. Here, brother, gets shot by the police, another brother in your community, and you don't part your lips. This is, especially the men. Why, this shit should anger you. Especially the men. You motherfuckers are unbelievable. To call you a zombie would be a compliment. You gotta wake the fuck up. That shit is not fucking important at all. When the shit happens to you, or one of your children, or one of your loved ones, when this shit hits your doorstep, then you're gonna want the troops to rally. Then you're gonna want motherfuckers to feel your pain. But right now, you're oblivious. You are oblivious to what is going on in your fucking community. You are doing your justice at all. You gotta turn that shit off, man. That basketball, that baseball, that football, all that bullshit is not important. You are living in a time where motherfuckers hunt you, hunt your children, day in, day out. Whether you sleep or woke, they are hunting you. And they are not hunting you to fucking tickle your fucking feet. They are hunting you to kill you. These motherfuckers kill women and children without fucking remorse. And the only thing y'all can fucking talk about is fucking LeBron James. Fucking stupidity. Motherfuckers killing men, women, and children. And all the fuck you can talk about is LeBron James and the fucking Cavaliers being down 0-3. That shit is not fucking important. It never was and it never will be. Y'all got to wake the fuck up. This is ridiculous. Grown ass fucking men scroll past this shit and don't say a fucking word. But we'll go into a fucking Facebook fight for 300 to 400 compliments over the fucking score, over what went wrong, over what the fuck gonna happen in the next game. That shit ain't never been important. These crackers is sitting back laughing at your ass. They hunt your women. They hunt your children. And you sitting here talking about some irrelevant ass goofy shit. Grown ass motherfucking men. They cutting us down like fucking winter wheat. And y'all sitting here talking about LeBron James is a crybaby. Who gives a fuck? Look in the mirror. Where the fuck the men at? Where the fucking men? You niggas are unbelievable. The fucking score that dumbass game. I don't give a flying fuck. I'll skip past it. Yeah, I might watch 15, 20 minutes. So fucking what? But at the same time, I'm pissed the fuck off. These motherfuckers that shot somebody else. It wasn't my son. It wasn't my brother. I don't know the man. But I feel his mother's pain. I feel his father's pain. If he got children, I feel they fucking pain. As if he was my father, or my brother, or my cousin, or my son. The fuck is y'all out here talking about? It is unfucking believable. That's how women are getting drugged across motherfucking floors and niggas is sitting there filming this shit. Laughing. That's how kids are getting beat up and snatched up out of motherfucking classrooms and drugged and smacked against lockers and shit, and motherfuckers is standing there laughing and filming this shit. That's why these people keep encroaching. That's why they do what the fuck they want to do to us. Because the motherfucking men are distracted. And what, you're not distracted by gold and jewelry and all. Yeah, there's a little bit of that too. But you're just distracted by a motherfucker dribbling a ball. That is the most stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. A motherfucker dribbling the ball and you watches this shit for 2.5 fucking hours every time it comes on because you a super fan. What kind of dumbass motherfucker are you? Not saying you can't watch the shit, but what's important needs to be addressed first. They are killing. They not walking around tickling motherfuckers. These bloodthirsty motherfuckers, they don't even sleep. They don't rest. They want your ass dead. And you sitting here talking about a motherfucking game. Unfucking believable. And they say, why you mad? Why are you angry? Why are you so angry? You're gonna have a heart, you're gonna have a stroke. I'm not gonna have shit. Don't worry about me. Worry about these dumb motherfuckers walking around you. But if a black man touch him, had there been a black man that did it to another black man, they come out the woodworks. We gotta go get him. We gotta do this, we gotta do that. Police do it, nobody say shit. Same stupid ass scenario every single time. He was running away, but he had a gun. Fuck what the witnesses say. Every time, anytime something happens, if I shoot somebody and there's witnesses out there, they will be the nail in the coffin. Their word will put me in jail for the rest of my life. The only time witnesses don't account for shit is when it's against a police officer. 12 witnesses out there say, hey, that man didn't have a gun. The police officer shot him running away, shot him in his back, and the police officer still walk away free. And y'all worried about LeBron James. We gonna die out here. Our children are gonna fucking die. Wake up.
All right, man. Y'all heard it. You know, I usually talk like that all the time, but
Girl, get them off the camera.
You hear from somebody else.
No, you.
You know what I mean? All right, we're gonna start with that list. We're gonna start this is one of the things that brother was just talking about. I'm gonna just add on by actually showing video. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start with the chemtrail thing first. Okay, I got that on the list. We can start with that list. And you'll find that video. Wish I had already queued up, but you gotta find it. You know, I've been working here trying to get the stuff to work right. So you seeing me actually testing stuff on the show. You see another the camera screen. It's over there. The camera screen. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna run this video. You got it? Okay, we had it a little bit, but we testing stuff out. And for people, we also selling airtime too, because I'm also one of the owners of Hamilton Radio, whether you like it or not. There's a lot of people that hate me when I say that. Oh yeah, there you go. Um, this brother right here, he should say his name. But back in 2009, I started watching his videos, and he basically opened me up. Him and this other guy named Lennon Honor. I think I'm going to like play some of his stuff on another show because his material was long. You kind of have to like be on like basically like real studios to like get into his stuff because he breaks a lot of stuff down. It may for some people might be boring or whatever, but I'm into the stuff like that, especially if it's informative. But we're gonna get into this first video. I think it's like 10 minutes long. You know, I got a little set list about five or six or seven joints, and but also at some point I did want to deal with this clone thing. There was an interview that Dave Chappelle Cousins did, and she was kind of saying like that ain't him and stuff. So you know me, I'm the conspiracy guy. I'm gonna play that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I want people to think. You know, I'm not going to distract you with nothing. You know, and plus, like even myself, man, you know, there's a high price to pay to do this type of stuff. You know, I ain't chilling like that. You know, you know, I got the fire to my ass too. But I'm gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And keep on doing what I do. You know, there's always something out there to distract you. There's always something, especially when you real like this and you know, you're not part of the establishment like that. And you know, you talking this type of truth on this level, and especially where I'm from. You know, I'm from the land of truth, so that's what we call Trenton. I'm from the land of truth, and there's a lot of people that bear the truth that's manifested in different ways. So, you know, we're gonna get into this. We got that queued up, man. Okay, this is the chemtrails H1N1.
Just to inform you all what's going on in neck of my woods, man. A lot of you all want to know why we keep doing this. It's a waste of time. I would be doing something else. Look, man, when you compassionate about something and you believe in the Most High and your faith is strong, you don't question when the Most High asks you to do these things. You get what I'm saying? And if you all question it, saying, "Do the Most High really talk to you?" He didn't come down and drink coffee with me and talk to me. It's a spiritual thing, man. And that's far as I'm gonna take that. But I wanted to make this video because I thought it was the perfect timing, especially for YouTube. You know, this is probably gonna go on my website as well, but this is especially for YouTube. When I about 5 a.m., 6 a.m. this morning, man, I kept hearing jets in the neck of my woods. You know, I live in Illinois, but I live closer to St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? If you go across the Poplar
That was Monk Reparations. That's the name I call that beat. Um, I'm just made aware that y'all didn't have no sound, and that's probably why I lost like all my little viewers that I had. And I'm like, what the hell going on? Okay, we got sound now, and I got in touch with my man Rod Z. He should be calling in briefly. There goes the call right there. Okay, there goes the call right there. And here we go. What's up, brother?
Little bro.
Peace, peace, peace to the God.
Peace, peace.
How you doing, man?
Razi in effect. I'm blessed, man. I'm
Hey,
blessed.
hey, man, thanks for letting me know that, man. I done probably like a half hour already, had no sound. So I'm gonna have to go back and edit that. You know, stuff like that happen. Like nights like this, I was, doing the conspiracy stuff. Talk about the chemtrails and how important, police brutality, all the stuff going on. After I do your promotion, I was gonna go on with the Dave Chappelle clone thing and all that. See, I'm doing all of that stuff and I'm experimenting with the videos. But before we get into all that, this my man, y'all, for a long time. This is one of the fly guys from town that always kept it live with me anyway. And I think it's that musicianship thing because he played the drums, I play the keyboard, and that's like a common bond we have. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate that, man. I was looking hard for that album you had. I think the album was like, you gave me this joint like maybe like 10 years ago, more than that. And I was still rocking it, and I was trying to play that, and I had to find the folder because I got one of them 2 terabyte joints, and things just get lost. And I had the folder on the computer, but it mysteriously got erased. You know what I mean? So what I could do is, you could plug some of your new projects, and I can, if you got anything on YouTube, we can just go straight to the YouTube, and I can put a couple videos up.
Yes. Leanne, Leanne Ramos from Bars All Night. She has a posting on her page. And then there's YouTube headings as well. If you just type in my name, the correct spelling, which has always been a challenge for people. But
Yeah, with the Razi.
Rahzii.
Okay, yeah. Punch that in, Root.
Power. HIPOWA.
You might have to say it again so Root can hear it.
As well as the album you mentioned, it's called Multiculture, and Multiculture. And if you were to input that in the search engine, you probably get that as well.
Okay. We will punch in Razi High Power into the YouTube, right?
Yeah, HIPOWA.
You got him? Can you hear him? Can you hear him?
I'm here.
Okay. No, I was asking my engineer, could he hear you say the spelling of the word so he can pull it up on the YouTube. Yeah. RAHZII. High Power. HIPOWA. Right. Yeah, no, well, actually, that's just being creative. We don't have to, stay with the norm or spell everything that it's supposed to look. We got to be creative. We creative so we could take something that's already there and make it something else. But before we get into that, you got any up and coming shows?
As of now, I haven't booked. I'm putting together a stage show. So technically, my Born Days is in July, so definitely doing that as part of my celebration. I'm going to launch the stage show, including the band and the DJ and so forth.
Okay.
I fell back as of late. For the past 6 months, I've been rocking hard, and I've been in a lot of different places. However, it's just me, the man, and the mic, But I feel like the people deserve a whole show at this point in this stage in my game,
Right, right. Well, you've been at it for a long time. I seen you. When's the last time I seen you? Probably when you came to the house on out east when we did that track with what dude? I forgot his name. I still got that track too. I still got it too. I still got it. And but first of all, let the people know where you got your start from, like with the Boulevard Mossy joint, or did it start before then?
Well, I have to be frank. I've always been, musically talented, what have you, and like you said, from musicians, from instruments to singing and so forth. So it really started just like everybody else in church, and I like to tell the scenario of how, a young boy was born in the inner city to hip hop, raised in the church to
Is that
gospel,
another call?
romanced a girl or two to R&B, and then ultimately was found and fell in love with reggae.
Mm.
And so therefore, with that being said, I met Outstanding in Flex in Catholic school, and we were always, sharing and vibing and so forth and creative, but it was straight boom bap, boom bap.
Right, right, right.
Rap, and I was actually rhyming at that time. I was influenced by some great MCs from our Greater Trenton area. One by the name of General Lee,
Mm-hmm.
And another by the name of Omar Superstar, another by the name of Yellow Yam, Kitty O, and my uncle Truth, aka Worldspin, was a DJ. So I was like a fly on the wall, taking it all in. So hip hop, like I said, is what I was born into. So I was definitely present in that realm. And basically, I became America's favorite orphan, and my best friend was Popular, aka Old Face, whose father is Job Pops, who had a
Yeah, shout out to Chop
reggae,
Pops.
no question, Terminator Sound,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a reggae set. And basically, what happened was I would sing, but I would sneak and sing because back then, people would mess with you, dudes would mess with you, try to sing. You know what I'm saying? The girls loved it, but the dudes would be like, nobody want to hear that. It was hip hop rhyming. So I would sneak and sing. Well, when I went to Faith's house one time and I saw these world's biggest speakers I ever saw in my life, and I begged him to turn them on, and he's like, no, I can't. That's my father said. So every day I would come over there, waiting to hear it. And one day I came over there and I felt the ground shaking, trembling from outside. I was like, oh my God, it's on. So I went down there, and man, oh man, the first reggae song that I remember that put me in a trance was Night Nurse, Gregory Isaac, the late great. Shout out to the late great, man, rest in peace, and paradise. And basically, I was like, wow, I said, these guys, Gregory Isaac, Barrington Levy, Sugar Minot, Sluggy Ranks, these cats, Kennesaw, Pinchers, these cats sang, but they didn't sing all lovey-dovey, like Sexy Man. So I was thinking, these guys are cool, and their style is awesome, and so forth, which basically made me a student of reggae music, and I was in the right place. I was being groomed and bred, and I basically, from that point on, for the next 5 years, grew up in the dance hall, and they basically made me a reggae artist. And so when me and Outstanding and Plex re-encountered, when they had acquired the record deal for Boulevard Masi, they were like, "Yo, you gotta come, you gotta get down because we on now." And I was like, "Wow." Well, I'll tell you the story. I'll make it short.
Turn his volume up.
Outstanding came and got me one morning, early Saturday morning.
Call the volume.
And it had just been danced that previous night, that Friday. So I'm basically just getting in at 4 in the morning, and he's like, "Yo, remember I told you we was gonna go to the studio?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Let's go." I said, "All right, bang." So we went in the studio. Shout out to Epsilon, which is a staple in our hip hop history in Trenton, and Tom Zepp, engineer. Shout out to him wherever he may be. And basically, they know I was spontaneous and creative and so forth. So they let me hear the track, and they said, "You ready?" I said, "Sure." So when Tony D, the late great Tony D, pressed the on button, I started chatting, reggae. I started chatting, and they were like, "Wow," they had no clue, no idea that I had spent the last 4 or 5 years in the dance hall. And so basically, I was like subconscious because I was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And they were like, just like stuck, And I was like, "So what's wrong?" And I said, "All right, erase it." They said, "No." and basically that song was "Can't Escape the Hypeness."
Mm.
So basically nobody really knew that I was basically hibernating in the dance hall. People just didn't see me, and so therefore it went from people not believing it was me on the record to basically being like befuddled, if you will, or mad that it was me, because they're like, oh, he's not Jamaican.
Yeah, man. I wanted to say that I wanted to let people know, like, your style, nobody sounds like you. Nobody, nowhere. Not all the reggae I heard, it don't matter whether it was another genre of music, nobody has that style. If you hear somebody doing that, you know they biting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's
and
what
it's happened. It's happened.
For real? You had
I
somebody try to steal your style for real?
I recall being congratulated for a new song on 98.7 Kiss, and it wasn't me. And but I ain't gonna call no names. But anyway, so bang, I'm a culmination of all types of music, man. And it's like, if I had to put it into a scenario, I would say, okay, well, bang, music to me, which is most universal sounds in creation, to me, MUSIC music, most universal sounds in creation is an amusement park to me,
right?
With many different rides, and each genre represents a different ride. And I go on them, and I've gone on all the rides. So whether it's calypso, reggae, soul, hip hop, R&B, merengue, you know what I'm saying? I've experienced them, and because I love music so much, I absorbed it, and so that is how, I culminated, or I crafted my individual unique style.
Yeah, it's definitely dope, man. We pulled up a video because I want people to see some of your work, so we was able to find some of the stuff on YouTube. But I wanted that wake up. Remember that joint?
Absolutely, that was on the first Multiculture album.
Yeah, man, that's my joint. Album. And the one where you would talk about the girl with the with the girl. Oh man, that's my joint. Yeah. Perfect 10. That's one of that's in my like regular lineup, yo. Or like I got a certain amount of songs. Like, I got a truck now, so like when I bang in my Jeep, in my truck, or I'm in the studio, that's one of my regular joints from back then. I never stopped playing it, because I mostly just listen to people that I know or I've met. I don't do too much mainstream, like, man, Sav Kills, I listen to Don Black. Shout out to J Tuck. I listen to his stuff, The Refill. His album is tight. Big Ooh stuff. Basically a lot of the Trenton heads from I still listen to Old Suicide. You know what I mean? Them all turned out to be all my cousins. You might be my cousin for I know. You know what I mean? So like, everybody that we used to hang out with end up being.
That town is, you're right.
It's like everybody related. But you special, brother. See, when we do these interviews, you one of the ones that I don't mind bigging up that, don't feel like, I'm saying unnecessary stuff where I got to blow up. This guy's a true star, man, in every sense of the word. When, he could be struggling, you won't know it because he's still going to be shining. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it goes. But the talent is like unprecedented. It's like I said, nobody sounds like this guy. He has his own style. And he's also a great musician. He plays the drums. We do need to. I'm playing with a couple bands right now. We might need some extra pizzazz with it because I know you busy. But I try to get at the people who I know got that appeal because you see how the business work over the years. Like far as having appeal and stuff like that, it does count because women spend the majority of money on download because it ain't really CDs no more. They about to like make those obsolete, and everything will be downloads and everything. So that when you're using the credit card to download, who got most of the credit card? The ladies. Very few dudes, will use their credit card to download a song. So man, we got that video queued up. Which one we want to start with? Which one popped up first? Follow Me. You want to start with that one?
No, there's I tell you what, there's Night Nurse with look type in Razi High Power Night Nurse. That's the
Night Nurse.
performance I did with Wise Intelligent at the War Memorial Building.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Razi High Power Night Nurse.
Razi High Power Night Nurse. All right, he typing it in, trying to get it together. Up. Because it's, you know, usually I would have the videos already queued up. But
my fault for not calling it earlier, man.
It's okay. Night Nurse Razi RAHZII High Power HIPOWA Night Nurse. Night Nurse. Night Nurse.
Yeah, that's right in our hometown. That was at War Memorial Building, the Night of the Gods. It snowed. It was in the middle of a snowstorm.
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, man. I'll be trying to make some of the shows and stuff, man. I'm out here in Robbinsville. I've been kind of for the last 6 years just been really focusing on the station because I'm one of the owners of the station. I'm not just doing that. I think is that it right there. You heard that?
No, it's actually a live show. So I mean that's the actual song.
That's a song, but it was a show. It was a show.
You might have to just put Razi, the name Razi, and I believe it may be spelled HIPOWER.
Night Nurse.
Like
I think you got it. Night Nurse what? Night Nurse Live, right?
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
And what happens is Wise brings me down after he does a song, and he brings me down, and like I said, it's in our hometown. And the love was abundant, man. And I you know what I'm saying? It was one of them moments where I really felt like people appreciated me, you know?
Word. That's a good fella, especially coming from our hometown, man. You know the crowd is rough. I be telling Cut, you got to work hard. I played at all the hole in the wall bars before I started doing Lac City in Philadelphia and New York, you know, to get that acceptance from my own town at a time when, you know, the gang thing was popping off too. You know, we had a lot of youth, but because of the knowledge that, you know, teaching the youth, and a lot of them became blood or some Crips, but they had love for us. You know, when me and Black, remember when me and Black from the IBU, we was running and doing our thing. But from them times, we was out there teaching them babies, and they might have seen us wilding out, but a lot of them gave us a lot of respect. You know, I'm out east. And it's still like the same way. It's still a lot of respect because we was teaching and trying to show them a good time wherever we went to the you know, the G's and the ladies out there, you know, so we seen a little bit different. So it's like you kind of have to do that to be able to do this, you know. Even with these shows, I done had mostly everybody up here. That's why it's like, you know, got to get around, especially you. I supposed to. Ben had you on here. This is show like 293. This is like 293 shows. You know what I mean? And
wow, nice. Congrats, man. Congrats.
Thanks, man. And
awesome, man.
you know, awesome. But you definitely welcome. I know you out of town now, but you definitely welcome to come into the studio because this was like impromptu. I know I called you a couple of days on the messenger and stuff, but it'd be love to have you like come in studio. You check things out, you know, and get that. And like dedicate the whole 2 hours just to your stuff, you know. Cause I know you got enough material.
To come hang out with you, man. You know that, little bro. I love that.
Hey, man, I know you got a lot of material over the years, cause that album right there was fire, and that was a long time ago. So I know you got a large body of work since then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to remember all of the features that I had done, man, with so many people. Cause I'm loved. You know what I mean? I'm loved. And the thing is, people, you know, would come to me. And I never turned nobody away, you know. Outstanding got mad at me because I was so free with, you know, with my talent. But like I said, I'm loved, man, and I give. And so, I also want to let you know that I was in the studio today, so I'm actually creating new music as we speak, you know. My thing is,
hey, tell Vaz I said what's up. I ain't seen Vaz in years. I seen a video you did with Vaz, like, oh, that's my man. He's still doing his thing, and we was pretty tight back then. We used to have a good time. And, you know, as we just, you know, lost ways and stuff after we, you know, went our different paths. But Vaz, that's my dude right there. He's definitely welcome to come through because I started this show off of the producer thing because, you know, we all producers. You know, we make beats and stuff. And it just happened to go everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? But it's really for the producers, even though I do the conspiracy stuff and talk about all the, you know. But, you know, I have to be, I feel like I have to be one of the ones that, you know, is show you that you can build your own without selling out. That's like
No
basically
doubt.
my
No
message,
doubt.
is especially being from Trenton. I feel like all the knowledge and stuff that we learn, we should apply that lot. Just apply that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's a price to pay for that stuff, but we learn ways to work through it. You know what I mean? As far as getting our music out and keeping control of our message and our craft. As far as whether it's going to be
Indeed.
on the music or we're going to be on different people's feature or this show or the TV show, having something where you can have more input on your creation and not having so many people like do this, do that, do that, do that. Now that might have its uses in certain situations, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, a lot of times you want to put, like, if you feel that energy over the track, you want to express it the way you want to do. Because if you got to do it over and over on stage or in front of people, you want to feel comfortable doing that. It can be hard, and I know, like, I don't really like doing cover tunes. I'll do them
Mm-hmm.
if it's some money involved, but I got like
Yeah.
hours and hours of original material. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I had did the
Yes.
Atlantic City and all that type of stuff, what I'm trying to get back into. And I had union players opening up for me, making good money. You know, it was
Nice.
okay. So yeah, I did the New York thing. So I was trying to encourage other artists that when you get to that level, you want to have 100% of your creativity on your
Indeed.
art, because it helps you
Indeed.
perform it when you got to do it over. What would you say?
And that's the.
Go ahead.
Say that again.
Yeah.
No, I was going to add on. I was going to say, well, that's the only way I know, because that's complete expression, and that's why we do music, to express ourselves. You know. So,
Right. What would you say to the youth
Mhm.
that is getting started? Because I'm seeing a lot of the youth, and they're following a lot of our steps, like a lot of stuff that we doing, whether it's the radio, the music, or the musicianship itself. And you know, we teaching classes and stuff, so we got a lot of little people coming up that's looking up to us. What would you say to an artist, maybe 10, 14 years old, that, you know, give them some pointers about how to maintain, how I want to put this in, how to maintain originality in your craft?
well, I want to touch on the first thing that you just sparked with, the classes that you're teaching. My first thing, before anything, my advice would be, to educate yourself on the business side of the industry, and let them know that this is actually a business, because there's a book by Moses Avalon, called Secrets of a Record Producer, and this book is excellent. And there's another book that he wrote, which is called How to Negotiate a Record Contract.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason being is because, with all the talent that we have, we've always been exploited and so forth, and used and treated like fruit, and the rind gets thrown away, or we get the peanuts and bubble gum and they get the cake.
Right.
So, bang, I just wanted to drop that. However, to maintain or to establish their originality and uniqueness, that stems from the love of yourself, man, and loving the art and loving the craft, and first and foremost, respecting it. Like I said, it's an expression of yourself foremost, so you can do no wrong.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because you're expressing you, and that maybe would instill one of the most needed ingredients in this thing of ours, which is confidence. You see, you're not going to have your full confidence if you're emulating someone else.
Right.
You can be influenced. You can be influenced, which we all are. However, now express yourself with everything that you've absorbed. Create your own. And I have to say that I did it subconsciously because of my love. People sensed the love that I had for this thing of ours. Music, most universal sound of creation, and they more or less signed on to me because of it.
Mm-hmm.
You see. And people can tell, man. I mean, people, if it's organic, people can tell. So, although I'm not Jamaican, but I'm a reggae artist, I'm expressing myself, my thoughts, my feelings. So I'm felt, and based on that, I sustain my originality, and I sound like no other.
We kind of like you don't even have to say that no more. You've been having that style since you was young, man. So you just grow into that, man. So people can't really say that we're like, when we, because this thing with the Jamaican, Haitian, you know, the separation. At the end of the day, we are African. You know,
No question.
And you know that pressure. I know how the pressure was coming from our town, how cats would be, but I bet you when you went out of town, them ladies that was grabbing on you on stage, they didn't give a damn. When the promoters prepare you to do a performance, they didn't give a damn. As long as you keep them dancing and keep a raw performance.
You're right. I delivered. I'm a reggae artist. You know,
that's right.
And then, you know, competition may try to pull a card, but I never like professed to be anything I'm not. I never said, you know, Razi the Jamaican. You know, as a matter of fact, one of my best friends, Longman, you remember Longman Alego?
Right.
Longman told me. He made a joke. He says, Razi, from now on, when you come out on stage before the people, introduce yourself as Razi the American, you know, and there's a big joke that we have, you know. And my thing is, because once I disclose that, then they you know, it's out the way, and then no one really has a legitimate
nobody can say nothing. Like it's like my man B Davis, you know B Davis, David, and he raw. You know, he's a white guy, but he's raw, and that's my boy. And he makes good music. He's a white guy. Like if you heard him before you knew what color he was, you would think he was black. But his music is like you gotta look past that, and like you know, his music is so dope. You know.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, little bro. It's like this. So, Bang, you have Japanese reggae artists, one by the name of Naki. You have Caucasian reggae artists. You got Kalibuz from Bermuda. You got a Jewish guy named Matatushu, right? You got Gentlemen from England. You know what I'm saying? You got Snow. You know, and then you have Latin reggae artists. You know, Daddy Yankee, El General. You know, hence reggaeton. You know, you even have African reggae artists like the late great Muta Baruka. You know what I'm saying? So. You know, it's worldwide, you know, so who is anyone to say that me as an Asiatic, you know, original man can't sing reggae? You get
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right, because it's an art form. That's like saying, because I'm black, I shouldn't play merengue music or salsa, you know, or because I'm black or African, I shouldn't play, you know.
Why limit yourself? Why limit yourself? And once again, I said, music to me is an amusement park with many different rides, you know, so why limit yourself? You know, that's me, man. However, you know, I guess to lend to the advice I would give to the youth coming up with the whole music thing of ours, I would say, you know, don't be afraid to delve into other sounds and other styles, other genres. Don't limit yourself because, you know, you'll get boxed in, and who's to say that, you know, in an instance where there's like, you know, just to give a ratio, you know, there's 1,000 MCs more or less, you know, how are you going to stand out if you're doing the same thing? Once again, if you're emulating, you know, someone else, like how are you going to establish you? You know, the only way to do that is to be free. You know, music is free, man, like love, you know?
Yeah.
And I embrace that, and that's what I recommend to anyone. Don't play with this thing. Go into it passionately, man, because only out of that can, you know, this originality that we speak of come.
Word, man. We're going to get into this video right quick, man. We got that pulled up.
You might want to forward it. I don't know. I think it might be, I don't know. Check it out. Let's see. You'll see.
Because it's about 4 minutes. We got a little bit of time. I guess, are you saying like you want to get right into the song part?
Yeah, well, it's cool. It's all right. Like you said, it's 4 minutes. So it'll be good to watch. It'll be good to watch. And like I said, I'm alongside of one of hip hop's icon, which we can claim as our own from the land of truth, from Divine Land, you know, Wise Intelligent. He and I are great friends, and we have mutual respect. And, you know, another thing I wanted to touch on as far as reggae music, hip hop is the child of reggae music. In other words, reggae is the mother of hip hop. You know, and I say that because, you know, it was Kool Herc in the Bronx, you know, who brought forth, you know, the whole dance hall scenario, you know, and he brought it into the city, and hip hop came out of that. I mean, it goes in depth, but just trust what I'm saying. So basically, we out of Trenton were influenced by a lot of reggae music in our area, you know, and we kind of were deemed the originators and founders of reggae, of ragamuffin hip hop, which is basically reggae and hip hop, and that was our sound. I mean, you had Katie Ranks,
that's true,
and Almighty. You had Suicide.
Yep.
You had Boulevard Mossy. You had Poor Righteous Teachers.
When Mike Champions was out. Back when Mike Champions was out.
My point exactly.
Yeah, like that, and even up until now, I don't hear that sound coming from nowhere else. Just like nobody's been over to copy that like that.
Correct. That was our thing. That was our niche, if you will, or our signature sound. And it's unfortunate that, you know, we didn't market it and, you know, give it to the world. Just like me, like I lay awake some nights because I only dream of the world hearing me, or you know, or being aware of me. You know, I've been exposed, you know, international exposure, you know, to a degree. However, I never really was plugged into that machine, you know, that international outlet to where, or that national outlet to whereas, you know, the world would get a whiff of me.
Well, they're gonna get a whiff of you now, because I broadcast on Facebook, but the station itself, HamiltonRadio.net, goes out all around the world. You never know who's listening. You know,
give thanks. Give
thanks.
So give thanks to you, little bro. Give thanks.
But see, this thing with this station is it's been around for 21 years, probably since '97. And
Sweet.
It was owned by Gino DePero originally, and 6 years ago, me and Ruben came in and started the whole marketing thing, and I did all the promotion, and here we are. You know what I'm saying? This is why, and we #1 in Jersey right now. We know have been for like four and a half years.
To the maximum for that.
I haven't been like bragging about that. I put a video or a picture up every once in a while, but you know,
let it be known.
Yeah, I'm trying to let it be known, but you know, I got my old haters and stuff like that. But it is what it is, because when we doing stuff on this level, I try to make it universal, because I'm not just dealing with one Pacific crowd anymore. Like I did Trenton, you know, we had offices in Trenton. We had some of the biggest parties after hours. I made a post on Facebook about, you know, who had the first after hours downtown. And everybody would say like RCs, you meant RCs back in the day, but they closed down at 2:30 after hours from 2 to 6 in the morning. And when we was at 36 South Broad Street, I was the only person doing after hours like that. You know, we had the whole office building crunk. Now, I had some ones that flop where, you know, it took a while to get started, because I had ones where people didn't show up. But after you did the promotion, you know, they started coming through. And I had it. They was packed up in there. No fights, none of that. I mean, them cats was like 16 and 17-year-old coming through with $100,000 Benzes. And one thing I learned about them, like when they was getting money, they did the same things that the 80s rappers and stuff did. Like, only difference was they had the same Adidas, the Gazelles with the fat laces, with the Kangos. They was still doing that with the Dookie rope change. They was still doing that, but they had the light the belt buckle that lights up with your name on it. That was like the only difference that was like futuristic for their generation. But they showed me mad love. I had Bloods, Crips, Nietas, Latin Kings, all in the same place. Nobody fought. The girls, if it was a hint of a rumble about to take place, the girls rush over there and throw their booty on one of them dudes, and everybody was chilling. And it was so ill that
it was a love fest.
And they had
those times it was a love fest, man. Love fest.
Yeah, but we talking like this was, I did that like 07, but some white guy came like the next morning, because they had their own party in the parking lot that went on at like 6 in the morning, like right downtown, and they had all their cars out there, drinks and stuff, and they chilling. Nobody fought, no nothing, but this white guy in the trench coat came and called the cops on me. But when they came, they couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because everything was straight. You know, there was no illegal stuff going on. You know what I mean? And they just left, and they actually applauded me for doing that, because I was doing parties for the kids, and parents was coming with van loads of kids and stuff, because I would do kids parties from like, you know, 7 to like 10 or something. Then after 10, it's the adult time. So I'm trying to bring that back, brother. And I'm going to need your help. I want to bring back them late night dub sessions, and we can take it abroad, like do it in different places, and bring like people from our town, expand out and make different shows. I just want to be able to have access to the high quality of artists. You know what I'm saying? To be able to get people like you, you know, Don Black, Jay Tuck, everybody that's doing anything right now, and put together a nucleus and do something like where we have a thing where we doing like every month or something like that. Even if we doing videos and stuff, you know, something to keep the motivation going, because it's very few of us that's doing this type of thing. You know what I'm saying? As far as the radio and all that type of stuff, and you know, I just like to stay being an example. But we're gonna get into this video, man. Actually, we're gonna do a couple of them because I had like the show planned out in case you didn't call, but now you called. I could dedicate it and I could say that for next week or something. So
nice.
This first video is Rozzy, Night Nurse Live. We gonna run that video, and we'll be right back with you on the Munk Show with Rozzy High Power.
Peace.
Talk to him, man. This is about love. Everybody all right? Everything we're doing here is about love. Y'all understand what we're doing here? Let me tell you, it's good. This is about love. This brother right here. Y'all understand love? Show some love to this brother. Yeah, right here. Yo, Ice, drop that thing. Y'all know he is when he come out. Super duper!
There must be something she can do. My heart is broken in two. Just like that. I don't wanna see no love.
Don't wanna see no love.
I need it in this for my nurse.
Don't do it.
You know what? There must be something.
Talk to him, man.
She's the one, the only remedy. Sing to them. Remedy for love. Only you alone can place this at us. Talk to me, my people, we love you. Original. The pain is getting worse. Listen this. Talk to this. I couldn't take my pills from Rihanna. They better be another one to love. I couldn't sing the Alicia. I gotta take my pills from Sienna. You wanna let my wife bless me all over. You wanna to bring my medication. It's Mr. C. I didn't know what I need. I got you to make my house with destination. Cause I need a sexual healer. And I need you to bless my anatomy. Need you to bring the pure for my eyes. Contact for me. Mr. Rusty, and I can't wait to see. One night that she. One more time. Only you alone can quench the sisters.
Only you alone can quench the sisters.
Okay. One night, the pain is getting worse. Baby girl, it's getting worse. Getting worse, my love. Love on the tree, you got more.
It's quick now.
Yeah.
Yo, Ice, come on.
You ready?
The next two. Come with the next two, man.
I love it, Trey.
One more.
Hey,
we love you, Trey. Rozzy is out here now. We gotta do one more.
I hear say a lot of MCs are in trouble.
Hurry up. Get your lighters.
A lot of MCs are in trouble.
Get your lighters.
And so now we're gonna hot it up, yo. Y'all gotta give love to Outstanding Plex, Tony D, Kareem, all of my loved ones. Big Reese, you know some love you. Big cousin Bobby, this is a Trinity bit. Yeah, you done know, so yo, we might tune that, big guys.
Let's go. Real quick.
Yeah.
Because Rozzy is here.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Get your lighters.
A lot of MCs are fucking murder tonight. Yo, me and sister, but I will never see the morning light shine. Because temptation is getting hotter.
For sure.
And this here dance hall is under fire.
Let's get him. I dedicate this verse This is how I beat the shit. Now the question what the fuck I'm rapping. Word to my ghetto, I don't pedal, I had to pack metal. Canary yellow, bezel, dazzle, with yellow stiletto. Look how she fights. Look how she fights. Look how she fights. She's just a bubble panta. If you wanna, it's just your baby daddy. The guy coaching Kenny, you see me. His name is Skinny Annie, touch the silver pretty patty. Shoot the shit to Timmy Annie, take the cherry roll. I get the granny. Don't say another word. Me tell him, listen. A lot of MCs are fucking murdered tonight.
Me and sister, but I don't ever see the morning light because Tim Taylor, he's getting hot.
He's getting hotter.
And they say dance all is under fire.
That's it.
We love you.
We love you, chicken. We gonna let brand new beats come out. You ain't
Dope.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that was
That-
an awesome
that
night
would've,
right there, man. That
this-
was we represented, man. Rakim was in the building. A couple of guys from Wu Tang, I think Capadonna and Raekwon, Killer Sin and them, Brooklyn Zoo. Just Ice was in the building. You know.
That was legendary to let Just Ice go way back. I was watching the video from Bismarck, and he was playing all the old school stuff from back in the day, and he put that Just Ice on. I was like, oh man, that took me right back to like 85, 86. Like, oh man, it's
Yep, Brand Nubians was in the house that night. You know, it was the night of the gods. It was called the Mic of the Gods. Yep.
Yeah, that was the
awesome,
dope
man.
show,
It was
man. I heard about it. I wasn't able to make it. I was at another engagement, but I heard about that. But I came back in town. I seen the aftermath. So, who put that together? That was that Force, one of Force things?
Yeah, I would have to say so. I would have, if I had to make an educated guess, I would have to.
Yeah, because I know Force
As a
does
matter
a
of
positive.
fact-
Shout out to
as a matter
Positive
of
Force.
fact, I'm going to stand behind that because that's the God. You know what I mean? So I believe that he did promote.
Yeah,
that,
because
yo.
when you said show with the guys, ain't too many other people gonna keep it in that lane. You know what I'm saying? When
Correct.
we dealing with the science
Correct.
like that, and I kind of openly talk about that without pulling no punches when we talk about that type of science. I deal with a lot of Caucasians and stuff, but they're gonna have to learn too. And it seemed to be like people are actually accepting the truth more than we do.
Well, they know the truth already. They the ones that changed the history and made it his story. You know what I'm saying? They know the truth. That's where the power lies, and that's where the power lies in the trick knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at the
Well, it
same
ain't real power, it's trick knowledge. But just what I'm saying. That's you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Because it's like hard to formulate because we on the public forum. And this is going out like the worldwide. You never know who's listening around the world, and it's a different thing. Like when I was just doing Trenton and I was starting that whole buzz, you knew who was most likely listening at the time. Now it's like, oh, crazy. I had a couple guys that insulted like different countries, and they actually sent us emails and called them like, I'm kind of serious. One guy insulted the country of Pakistan, and they called us like, if the guy's serious, we will come and get him. You know what I'm saying? So that made me like, made me watch with, certain things. Some things I'm just going to be bold on and don't give a damn. But then there's other things that we're out of respect. Because you heard the saying, you gotta pick your battles wisely. You know what I mean? It's one of them things like you could pick a battle that might just be too much of an onslaught. Like imagine you picking a fight, you by yourself, and you got like a scores of ninjas coming at you, and all we doing is like might have one gun with a 9mm and 13 shots. But if you got 13 ninjas coming at you, one of them gonna hit you with one of them stars. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Yeah, the odds are against you. You don't want to kick a hornet's nest.
Yeah. And I probably already did that in some type ways. You know what I mean? I probably already did.
Well, God guide and protect you still, though. God guide and protect you still.
Yeah, and that's when it get real, because a lot of people don't have faith, and we're not talking about a mystery God. We talk about the energy within us. Because I like to build, and I like to build open along with putting stuff on the show and actually show. That's why we got the video, so you can actually show what you talk about. I could go to the YouTube and bring in different references, but and then include the music in that too, you know. And that's why I know when you come here and you do that show, it's gonna be dope because we can take it in different directions. We could do the music and then get into some science. So I'm be looking forward to that, man. You know.
No question. Well, just a little brief synopsis, not to cut you, but real quick.
Go ahead.
You know, we're not gonna leave that out. Then we're gonna change gears. And I noticed that earlier you referred to us as Africans, and I happen to know that, you know, the lessons teach us that we're Asiatic, and the reason being is because, you know, there was a time when the continent Asia wasn't broken up into all these different so-called countries, and to be exact, you know, Africa was named after a we'll call him a settler from Europe, but his name was his name
Africanus.
Correct, and he named that after himself. So I don't see us as Africa. I see us as the original Asia. You know what I mean? However, you know, like Malcolm X said, why isn't it any funnier to see or any stranger to see a white guy named Raheem, you know, Wilkins? Why isn't that any stranger than to see a you know, black man named, you know, I don't know, Tom Sawyer? You know what I'm saying? It's like that should be, you know what I mean? That should grow people different or wake them up or alert them, you know, the same way. Because you're not going to see an Asian man named, you know, Bill Withers. You know what I'm saying?
Nowadays you might, it got crazy nowadays. But I mean, because I played a video when a guy was talking about the H1N1, about the what they call it, the flu shots and all that, and how they're using the chemtrail to make everybody sick, to make you go get the flu shot and all that. The brother was talking about, I don't know if the audio played, I hope the audio played a little bit, but if I did, I might have to just re-edit it. But he was speaking on that, and you know, that's true, because every time we are being listened to, because we're using these social networking platforms and stuff, but how they respond is, you know, they do stuff to throw it off, like, you know what I mean? Like this video, I don't know if they're gonna keep it up. That's why I'm recording it on an external source just in case, because lately I've been having people report my videos, stuff like that, and it ain't just Facebook. I'm kind of like, you know, they do their thing, but then there's other people, and I was like, if I got 2,500 people on my friends list, it's hard to, like, you know, go through all of them and be like, well, I think you're doing this, because I'd be guessing. So I just have to find a different way, because I want to just let people know, you know, yeah, we number one. It's not a bragging thing, but I see a lot of people are following in my footsteps. So at first I was like, damn, man, these niggas biting off of me and all that stuff. But then it's like, okay, this is a universal thing. I understand if y'all had to use, you know, see me do it first, because we was the first to do a lot of things. We was the original trendsetters. You remember we had the store out North Trenton next to M&M's. You know, me, PR, Shot D, and Unique. And and I learned a lot back then about business and management, and, you know, just basically what they call etiquette, the business etiquette, how to deal with people. Even though we was in the hood, I was cutting a lot of big deals with leather companies and stuff like that. We going to their houses, these luxurious houses, and you know, and dealing with these people. So that brought me up, like, to this level where we at now, as far as on the level of business, and I was able to keep it universal. And we, you know, we getting there, but you know, to be out here, like, sometimes I gotta sit back and be like, because you know, when you trying to get to a level, you might have all this stuff or got to another level, but if you're not a satisfied person, you want to keep it moving, because it's like, oh man, we here, I'm blessed to do that, but we got to keep it moving. We want more. I don't want to get too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? We want to get to the serious satellite level, and we're there. They knocking on the door. We already broadcasting off of iHeartRadio. You know, they got a few of the shows. We get a lot of accolades from different artists. I mean, stars that's already from actors and stuff. That's people that's already out there. We have celebrities come here every week. Shout out to Carlo Balario. He has celebrities on his show. He comes on Wednesday about 8 o'clock, 8:30 around there. and he got like what was the lady named Marion Ross, the mother from Happy Days? She was on a couple of weeks. We had Ralph Macchio on. You know, they brought back the Karate Kid, the Cobra Kai thing they're doing now. So they was on a couple weeks ago promoting new thing because everything is current. You know what I mean? And a lot of people just like, wow, we had William Shatner on, you know, and it was just cool just sitting in the room. Like, you know, when you, for us, dealing with knowledge itself, but when we have stars that we grew up watching on TV, it's still like, oh man, that's that dude. And it brings prestigiousness and value to the station just to have them here. You know, when they remember us, they know who we are. So when they go out and abroad and they mention Hamilton Radio, boom, because Hamilton, the thing about this name is, and me being out here, you know, at one point we couldn't come out here. You know, it was a racist thing. So by me, and I'm still like one of the few black businessmen out here doing anything. You know what I'm saying? It's a few, but they like mostly on the low. So I try to be encouraging, like, man, it ain't where you from, it's where you at. You can, you know, now we can break some of them barriers and build businesses in places where we wasn't even allowed at. Because I tell people, back in 1992, black people, we wasn't even allowed in Chambersburg until 1992. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I was
let alone White City.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we got a lot of cats, like younger cats that may just be in their early or late 20s that don't know about that. They think how life is for right now, like it was always like that. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't. You know, so to be out here doing any of this is a blessing, you know.
It's just like our predecessors, you know, they had it rougher too, you know what I mean? They had it rougher than us even. And you know what I'm saying? Our era, like you said, White City was out of the question, you know, Jamesburg, all of that was out of the question, and it was a real divide, and it was present. You know, it was real present, like, you know, the hatred, and it was real present. And you know, over time we overcome. But that struggle, you know, that you know, like you said, some of the youth don't know it existed, you know, is paramount that they know, because, you know, if they know that, then they'll know that it really hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah, it's still there.
It's subliminal. Yeah. It's subliminal and it's hidden. You know, it's covert.
Because it's about money now. Like I was telling people about the tattoo place there on what's that, Hamilton Avenue, the Baggios, whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about? That tattoo place. Right. Back in the day, they wouldn't tattooing no black people. Only reason people go in there now, because they always been there. They was there back then when we was in when I was in high school. I got the Trenton High in 1990. When it was wild, like when you had them big East Trenton, West Trenton fights, and it, you know, just because you was from a part of town, you had to fight or you got punched in the face. But you know, it was wild, like, you know what I mean. More, it's still kind of like that. They's got the guns and stuff, but back then that tattoo place, I felt like, you know, they making money off of black people now, but it ain't like, do they really like you? Are you really checking the ink of how they making their stuff? Because they could be in there doing stuff on people for spite. And I always think like that, because back then, when we could not, absolutely not go in Chambersburg, or something's going to happen to you. The police down with it. The judges is down with it. Whatever happened to you is getting swept under the rug. We talk about roller rink days, Capitol roller rink days. You know what I'm saying? Where cats was trying to walk through there, and you getting jumped by the little gangs or whatever, the unknowns, the pit bulls, or whatever they had back in them days. And like, that's why I like having this conversation with you, because you old enough to remember them days, you know what I'm saying, where it was like that, and Trenton had a different vibe back then. It was fun, but it had a different vibe to where we had fun. I'm going to say that, man. We had a lot of fun back then that I could remember, like so much memorable times, and, you know, trying to bring that back. And we need to make a movie or something. That, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, Bubby Bub. What up, Bubby Bub? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, Bubby Bub. But as soon as I see him, he bring back memories too, because we did things that a lot of cats don't got the heart to do now. You know what I'm saying? I remember you had to fight. you know, at certain times, just because you might been from a certain part of town, you may not had nothing to do with the other cats, whoever's in the main fighting, all the brawling and stuff. But just because if you was from a certain part of town, oh, he from West Trenton, get him. We come from that time, or North, he from North Trenton, get him. But you know, some people had back, some of us had to fight by ourselves, but you live to fight another day. See, that's the point. You know, we live to fight it.
And that's to reiterate. That's what I mean by it was a it was a love fest, man. You know, it was a love fest, man, because you know, early in the morning we loved ourselves. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And the reason being is because, you know, during that time which you're mentioning, you know, we were about our history, man. We were about studying our origin,
right.
And to find that we were actually great, and we actually were the creators of civilization, man. From the science of numbers to the science of, you know, erecting, pyramids and so forth. You get what I'm saying? Like, we the founders, and you know, the youth don't know that history, man. And the thing is, to know that, then you would question, well, what happened, or what's going on? Then you would realize that there's a war going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it got serious too, because it's like I know Caucasian people that respect the black man and the woman as being the gods and goddesses, the original people of the planet. They don't even question that. And they go, you know, go along with their stuff and get themselves together. So that brought me to a different consciousness to be like, all right, I'm going to be a little bit more universal. I could get Sarah Suit and Seti on them. You know what I'm saying? Get the custody or get, you know, Dr. Khalid on them. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Khalid, Muhammad, get on, you know what I mean? But I have done that. I had nights where I just get open and be like, fuck it, I need to go there. But then I'm like, you know, coming with this knowledge, it do come with a certain sense of responsibility as we getting older. Because we're in our 40s now. Now it's like some of us got grandkids and they look up to us stuff. And you know, we're teaching in the schools and stuff. And I'm like, yo, I got to change it up a little bit. I might wild out here and there, but all those experiences brought up, you know, to what we doing now. And I'm looking at, I see my man Bubby Bub logged in. Like when I see him, like coming from where we came from, Britain Avenue area, Moreland Circle, all of that, all those guys from over there. We had a certain type of upbringing, but we went out into the hood and wowed out. Sometimes we wowed out more than people that was from the inner city. And when I see Bubby Bub, he has a business. Shout out to Bubby Bub. He go get some wings at the Wings of Wingsboro. He's in Virginia. Order from him. We had to be proud of this brother that, you know, because when it came to that, because I don't want to try to watch certain things, so I don't want to tarnish nothing, but we coming from hardcore stuff, but we had good parents. A lot of us had good parents, and as far as work-wise, and you know, because the houses we lived in wasn't cheap. You know, it was expensive, so we had a certain lifestyle, but we had to go get our own. We had to go, you know what I'm saying? B used to hold it down for us. Him and his brother, shout out to Wise. Like, if it wasn't for his brother Wise, I don't think nobody from the area could go on the inner city and hustle and do nothing. He did all the fighting for us. All the getting jumped and jumping them back and all that stuff, you know what I mean? And cats turned out to be exceptional fighters and all that stuff. And then to grow up out of all of that and then have businesses, have kids, you know what I mean? Some of us got grandkids now. It's a beautiful thing to see, man. You know, especially from cats like yourself, man. Like, I got to kind of brag on you a little bit, not just to make it look good, but, you know, to give them the truth of what it takes to maintain that oomph, that fire for so many years. And we're in our midlife thing now, and to keep that going on with the pizzazz and still stay current with different projects and producers and stuff like that, because it could be tasking, like all the studio time, just being in there day and night. Like, you gotta, it comes with a certain amount of discipline, you know, to the point where
it's all propelled by passion, though. I gotta, you know, I gotta reiterate that. It's like it's passion, man, and the love, man. And then the question comes in, so what do you love? Well, we love something that's original, man. Something that's ours, man. Something that's real. You see? And so now because you're in love with something real, a real entity, you're sustained. And I went on a 10-year hiatus, man. You know, I basically went to college at 40 and,
that's what's
did
up,
the family
man.
thing, married and all that kind of stuff. You know, I did all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, well, a decade of that, now I can say, well, I did my duty. And now it's back to, the unadulterated love of this music thing of ours, man.
All right, man. Look. I want to pull up another track, man. Where could we go next? We could pull something from the YouTube. What we can hear next, man?
Let's see. You can actually put in the search engine Razi High Power Multiculture and choose
Razi
something
High
from
Power
that.
Multiculture. You can hear
Right.
him. You can hear him? Okay.
Yeah. Razi High Power Multiculture, and there's some songs should come up, and if you can find the song Stacks with me and a good brother of mine, Richie Lane, aka
Yeah, shout out to Link.
Yeah, Trinidadian brother. He and I collaborated for years, and we formed a group called I and I. And the funny thing about he and I dynamic is that, he's Caribbean and he sings R&B.
Yeah,
and
right.
I'm so-called,
I never thought about that. That's true. I never looked at it like that. I was like, the brothers doing their thing. You know what I mean?
No,
but
we killed them. Man.
It's like because it's like vice versa. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, indeed. And
but it worked though. It works. It definitely worked.
I gotta give a shout out to my good brother Don Perez too, man. Latin reggae artist too, man.
Yeah. His brother Paul was here, to do his thing. He was on Ralph's show. What was the name of that track? He trying to pull that track up. What was the name of it?
Stacks. If you can find Stacks.
Stacks.
Or either, anything.
It's still Razi High Power, but put Stacks in it.
There should be a song called Stacks, or any song from that whole Multiculture. I don't know what's coming up.
Okay.
What heading you're looking at?
You want to play? We will play the video, right? Yeah, we play the video. We give. It's a soundtrack.
There's
well,
no
we can play that
video for
too.
it. Yeah, there's no video for that.
No video. All right, we just play the soundtrack there.
Yeah. So it came up. Stacks came up.
Stacks. Yeah, we got it.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's me and the brother Richie Lane, man.
Okay, y'all. We gonna play
I.
something for Razi. Here we go. We're gonna get into the video on the Munk Show.
Run the track.
We'll be right back with you.
One stack, two stack, three stacks, 4 stacks, 5 stacks, 6 stacks. I need dollars all the time. 7 stacks, 8 stacks, 9 stacks, 10 stacks. I need that. Give me that. I need money on my mind. 1 stack, 2 stacks, 3 stacks, 4 stacks, 5 stacks, 6 stacks. I need dollars all the time. 7 stacks, 8 stacks, 9 stacks, 10 stacks. Give me that. I need all of my G-packs.
I'm about my BGs, they call me Richie. You can take it from my house, take it from my car, take it from my yacht, I'll still be Richie. Cause on my drive, I'm always winning. Feel like a champion, hit a grand slam in the final inning.
Money ain't everything, but everything show is money. I handle my business like preachers redeem my faith. Get it to me on a double, in a nice round duffel. Cause I gotta take care of all of my people, keep them out of this trouble.
Money on my mind.
1 stack, 2 stack, 3 stacks, 4 stacks, 5 stacks, 6 stacks. I need
dollars all the time.
7 stacks, 8 stacks, 9 stacks, 10 stacks. I need that. Give me that. I need that. 1 stack, 2 stacks, 3 stacks, 4 stacks, 5 stacks, 6 stacks. I need
dollars all the time.
7 stacks, 8 stacks, 9 stacks, 10 stacks. Give me that. I need all of my G-packs. It's Mr. Razi from a place called Jersey. I'm known to ball out in AC with the dealers them try to break with. It's all because I weigh aura, treat way like Starro. If I should lose my 50 grand, I'm coming back with 100 tomorrow to play.
It's a top, I'll drop it. It's the boss that comp it. I love to go out on rodeo with my paper shopping. I can purchase anything I want to. Like you can, I get it if I want to. We don't worry about price, I no issue. That's just the kind of things that I'm used to. Money on my mind.
1 stack, 2 stack, 3
3 stacks, 4 stacks, 5 stacks, 6 stacks. I need dollars all the time. 7 stacks, 8 stacks, 9 stacks, 10 stacks. I need that. Give me that. I need that. 1 stack, 2 stacks, 3 stacks, 4 stacks, 5 stacks, 6 stacks. I need dollars all the time. 7 stacks, 8 stacks, 9 stacks, 10 stacks. Give me that. I need all of my cheap money. My mind. 1 stack, 2 stack, 3 stacks, 4 stacks, 5 stacks, 6 stacks. I need dollars all the time. 7 stacks, 8 stacks, 9 stacks, 10 stacks. I need that. Give me that. I need that. 1 stack, 2 stacks, 3 stacks, 4 stacks, 5 stacks, 6 stacks. I need dollars all the time. 7 stacks, 8 stacks, 9 stacks, 10 stacks. Give me that. I need all of my cheap money.
Money on my mind. Yeah.
All right. I got a request, man, for Diamond. Shout out to Diamond. Shout out to Big Cuzzo Diamond. He wants to hear Zion. Yeah, I think he's still too deep. He want to hear Zion. I think we got that like right around there because that song came up right in the rest of your stuff. So we're gonna try to find that and pull that up.
Okay, it's That's wise, intelligent, featuring Razi, Zion.
You got it. Yeah, well, y'all can see it on the. There we go. Is that it right there?
Yeah, that's the video too.
Okay, we're gonna play the video. We at least got one video. You know what I mean? So when you do come, man, have the videos ready so we could just go right into it, all the music, man, like 2 hours worth of stuff. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
And
you got it.
What's this? All right, we about to get into this, man. We gonna play this because, man, we done filled up the show. I probably won't even have to do the other stuff. I can save it for another show because I was prepared though. I was prepared.
My man. That's why I love you, man.
Here we go, man, with my man Razi. This is Zion.
Like flow, oh no, it's Jesus Jones. How I get to you who used to pedal to do what Jesus do? Isn't he from Dolly Homes? Product of a broken home. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Mama was a welfare recipient of ancient Israelite descent. Ain't he with the 5%? Isn't that a gang? Was Jesus in the scene? Was he banging Magdalene? This is for my critics, Pharisees, Sadducees, parasite, website, mainstream magazine. Any weapon formed against me will not prosper. Any tongue that rise to do battle, he'll condemn. This is black redemption. I am spitting, so they hold me in derision. Cause I give them Hebrew children hope and vision as it's written. Minus fable, superstitions, Darwin's theory, science fiction. From the ghetto streets of Trenton, I see Zion in a vision.
I saw Zion in a vision. Child was there amidst everyone. Stretched out his right hand. Oh, it's like the family reunion. I saw Zion in a vision. Child was there amidst everyone. Stretched out his right hand. It's like the family reunion.
You like the piece magnetized by my magnet. I could do magic. I could have anything I desire. Desire's not will. Still many for the penny sell their souls to their flesh. Consider this a flow for atonement. At 1 minute, all things become one with Jesus. I don't think he can leave his riches. The harlots, the bitches, the coca cook the kitchen. His self-created prison, yes. Growing up with nothing, needing, wanting everything. Disappointed every birthday. Now every day his birthday. Materialistic, ego trip mixed with evil, it renders all the people sick. Listen, rappers, there's no challenge, this is balance. We can live, get money, teach kids, pass some culture to your kids. So they all be doing biz. Stop these kids from killing kids, teach them who they really is. Police devil make them his. I've seen it. I've seen the babies in the urban circle, in the royal purple, gowns of white, crowns peace that one day I will be the highest. So I show this to the lowest. Some have knowledge, few apply it. Who took God out of the science? Severed medicine from diet. Took religion out the school. Had to be a race of fools. Same people call this pagan. Said this black shit come from Satan. I don't think that we've been waiting for the same God to come. Guess their rock is not our rock. And their vine is not our vine. If you want your ass to follow, I suggest you free your mind. Anyway, anyhow, same old two-step. Same flow, same style, same old music. Think we need to change the song. We've been dying to this dance. Can't you see it's something wrong? Measure this by rightful rulers. Careful where you cast your Jews. Raise the banner up in Judah. Understanding half these fools think that Jacob just a jeweler. I am not here for contention. You are not my competition. It's prophetic premonition. I see Zion in this vision.
Everything seems so real. The oneness of Jah I could feel. His love it filled me up. Oh Lord, I didn't want to wake up. Zion,
everything is everything. Everything is real. I'm iron like a lion till I reach Mount Zion. Bobby have power.
All right, that was Zion.
Yeah, that's my original sparring partner right there, man.
Yeah, that was tough.
Coach Freedom and Father Shy, rest in paradise, man. You know, we toured the world,
man. Yeah. Matter of fact, after that was crazy right there, man. A lot of things spawned off for me, like right after his funeral. That day, right after I left his funeral, I went. That's how I got up with Jada Kiss and all them at the celebrity basketball thing. Now we didn't know that they were going to be there. We just know we were going to be filming some type of basketball thing, NFL, whatever. But we didn't have we was actually working for somebody at the time, and it was in the Bronx, and we went and did that job, and it turned out to be it was the celebrity basketball thing. So we ended up getting it with Irv Gotti and a lot of other people. What was that? Chris Canty, and a lot of them. Different assortment of different celebrities and stuff. And
nice.
you know what's crazy about it? When we started finding about the Illuminati thing and all of that, when you actually see these cats, that's not really going to be the first thing you're going to ask them about. Like, is it true? Yeah. And I want to give a shout out to Big Ooh. He just did the video with Jada, brought him to town. I love that type of stuff, man. Like, because he's somebody that really, he was on Empire and all that. And I don't feel like the town giving him enough love. It turns into this competition thing, but they don't realize cats like him been doing this thing for so long. They supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to be doing stuff like that, man. And we got to stop that envy, jealousy thing, especially with the men. Those are feminine traits. We got men that's doing feminine stuff that females don't even do. So we got to cut that out, man. If we could get past some of that stuff and just, if you see your brother shining better than you, give him his props, keep it moving and work on your own craft. It's a crowd for everybody. That's why the earth's so big. You got different amounts of your own following. This social media stuff creates that. I see people I used to get a lot of views. Now you got Dramatic. He doing his thing. He get a lot of views. People watch my stuff later on. You know what I'm saying? But I still do the shows. And I'm like, I don't have no use to knock the brother for doing that, or anybody else that decided to start a radio show or something like that. Because I would be the one that show you. You would see the ups and downs and the ins and outs through stuff that we was going through during the time. But now we got more than 40 different people that come through here. Well, 75, but that's they on it all throughout the year. Some is seasonal, some come through summer, some in the winter months. You know what I mean? But we got other people that come here. It's not just about my show. We actually built a business. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to encourage other people. If you're going to do this, make some money off of it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't rich nothing yet, but we doing all right out here. We created something that the station pretty much pays for itself. You know what I'm saying? And all those people that come through here make it like that. All the different personalities and stuff, and all the shows is pretty good. These guys are pretty good, because if they don't end up on my show, they end up on somebody else's show. So, you know what I mean?
No question.
It goes full circle.
Well, I got to tell you, I give you kudos, man, because you come from a good breed. and your moral fiber is intact. And I've never known you to discourage anyone. I've always known you as an encourager for the art and for the love of people, man, as far as from a humanitarian standpoint. But to touch on what you were saying about that deep-rooted hate, man, you know, it goes back, man. You know, it goes back really, really far, and it's in our genetics, man, unfortunately. And, you know, like the father taught us, it's easy to be led in the wrong direction, hard to be led in the right. Pardon me. It's easy to be led in the wrong direction, hard to be led in the right.
Right.
And this is basically, you know, what we've succumbed to, and it's easier to knock, you know, your brother man, you know, or rather than to support him, you know. And unfortunately, like I said, that's the defeat that we're faced with. And you know, me personally, you know, being you know, a popular figure in the city, you know, have faced a great deal. However, I always say that, you know, I outlive rumors, and in the sense, whereas, like, you know, you can try to paint a bad, you know, image or a bad picture of the man, but once you meet the man, you understand, it's not, being that I'm all love, it supersedes any of that.
Right.
You get me? And you know, I can't change that, because, you know, I can't change that flaw in anyone because it's so deep rooted, you know. And unfortunately, I bring that out of people at times because of my self love, you know. This is, once again, it goes back to what I would tell any young artist, you know, love yourself, man, and be passionate, because, you know, you're gonna meet all kind of adversaries, you know, mainly the ones that look like you and dress like you.
Yeah,
you know,
and I've been dealing with that too, man. I've definitely been dealing with that, like, especially with the people didn't believe that we were number one in town, because you got New Jersey 101. We've been beating them out for a while, so you know the higher, you know, or the higher ups that's looking at this, because, you know, we got big time sponsors looking. They trying to see what's going on. We got 3 different shows from this station that air on iHeartRadio, so they already got their teeth in. We got shows like Jim McCann. Jim McCann does self-defense. He's like awesome with that, man. Like high level combat. You know what I'm saying? And we got him here. He had us with Georgia Animal Steel before he died. Randy Savage, Jake the Snake. I mean, we had a lot of celebrities here already. We had Jeanette Stannis, Velma from Good Times. She's been here. I could just run down the list, man. You know, so many people have been here that we grew up watching on TV. I'm still in awe. Like whoever the celebrity is going to be this week, I don't know who they are yet. So it's like a surprise every week with Carlo. And then, you know, the rest of the talk show hosts, they doing their thing, man. And I started being here more to watch what's going on. And we got a front room we're going to be fixing up. That's why when you get a chance, you come out here and check everything out. We finish up the floor out there. We're going to be doing little sessions. We could do our little dub sessions, late night stuff. We already pay the police. They ain't going to mess with us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's going down. Nice. It's going down.
It's going down.
And word is life on everything, man. I'm going to entertain that, and we're going to put some effort towards that. And like I said, love kills all, man. You know, love kills all. And we're going to just keep being us, man, and kill all of that with love, man.
Yeah, man.
It must be prevalent, man, or predominant, because I'm still here, man. You know, and I'm in the same image and likeness. And I've gotten greater, and I've gotten better, wiser, and I'm more valuable. So the hatred or what have you, you know, the resentment or the disrespect or what have you, we kill all of that with love, man. Simply.
Tell our people where they could pick up your album at, man. Yeah, plug the material in so people could go pick your stuff up.
Well, at this point, I have nothing commercial released, you know. However, you know, if anybody want to support me, you know, and you know, give support. You know, it's just, you know, follow me on your average social media medium, which is, you know, your Facebook and your Instagrams, which is Razi High Power, RAHZIIHIPOWA. As of late, I've been posting a lot of activity on the Instagram and so forth, you know, just to keep people abreast that I am making moves again, and I'm back in the art, you know, back in my back in my you know what I mean, back in my in my zone, so to speak, you know. And like I said, I'm putting together a stage show right now. So the next feat would actually be me performing live, you know, and that's going to propel and lead to, you know, another commercial release.
Okay, all right. So you're in the lab again. You in the lab cooking up that sauce. We about
no
to get
question. You just mentioned Vaz. I was there with him today, you know, and it's like, you know, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful because hell, it's what I love to do, you know. And I went away from it for a minute, but I didn't realize that you know, people was checking for me and actually missed me, you know.
Yeah.
And now I'm sufficing that, you know. I'm gonna suffice that void.
I want you to send me some stuff because we pay royalties here on the station. It's a 24/7 station. It's like a real radio station. Even though we internet based, we do broadcast on FM stations.
Thank you for the love, man. Thank
yeah,
you for
so
the love.
you know you can send me some stuff.
I do have some commercial works in which, you know, if you wanted to show love and support my publishing, I did a feature with Gym Class Heroes as well as Good Charlotte, and you can look that up. Razzie, Good Charlotte featuring Razzie, song called Predictable, and then there's a song with Gym Class Heroes featuring Razzie called Blinded by the Sun.
I probably get, but is they on YouTube? Because if I got it from you, I can tag them. So when the information comes up on the website itself, you want to check out Hamilton Radio. How they pay the royalties is we're licensed through Live 365, and
nice.
When their name comes up, that's how they track who gets royalties. So you can even put some of your old music on there. Because I know you do the thing with the publishing and everything, and that's how they keep in tune with that. So you could put your old stuff, I could put some stuff on rotation. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Because we got 4 different channels, and we got a dance channel and all that. So I will put that on there because people on military bases, doctors' offices, and lobbies all across the world listen to Hamilton Radio. We're in a lot of different places. You know, we can't tell like which channel they're listening to, but we get a lot of traffic and they listen to the station itself, period. So, you know, I'm trying to take advantage of that, you know, because people can be on a boat somewhere because it's internet, so they can pick up on their phone, they can use the aux cord in their car, you know what I'm saying? And we're working on another app that's going to be like automatic in everybody's car, just like Satellite Radio. We have it with an app. The Hamilton Radio app will be like in everybody's car. You can download it or have it in your car as a regular radio station. You know, so we're working on that. You know, everything's a process, man. You know, because we had to learn a lot of how this stuff works, and then hook up with the people, and then try to get the money up to pay the fees and all that stuff. You know that's a process too. So, but it's encouragement to see other people trying to, you know, pick it up and move in their own direction and do their thing. You know, we about to close out, man. Right? You got any words of wisdom for the people, man?
Keep the love, you know. Keep the love, man. Love conquers all. You know, it's paramount, you know, and that's the only way for us to even have a chance in this war that's going on that most don't realize is going on. You know, love conquers all, and that's pretty much simple as it is, you know, and you know, it ain't what it ain't. You know what I'm saying?
True, man. Yeah, that's like the final thoughts. I usually do this thing called vent at the last half hour every show, but you know, I'm going kind of over because I started late. And I was going to run these videos, and when I do these videos, I get heavy into like Dick Gregory type of material. You know, Dick didn't pull no punches with his stuff. You know, we talk about Steve Coakley and all of them, and you know what I mean. I'm coming with that type of stuff. You know, yeah, I'm on that vibe right there. So when I don't have guests, I go into that stuff. Last week,
how about Jordan Maxwell?
Oh, he's actually part of the station. This is crazy that you say that. He broadcasts with us. He's down with us now.
Is that right?
Yeah, he has a show. What days shows come on?
That's neat, man. That's neat.
All right, he'll be launching off in 2 to 3 weeks. My man Vincent brought him through here. Now he's part of us. You can go on HamiltonRadio.net and see it on the front page. It still should be on the front page, right? Well, he's updating the site, but yeah, it was on there. Yeah, he's starting in like 2 to 3 weeks. We getting his material together because he was on a little while ago, and then we just sucked him in and he said, man, I want to be down with y'all, so he rolling with us now. And you gotta imagine how that feel, because I told him, it was like when 20 some odd years ago, I was watching your videos, and even though he's a white guy, he's like the white Farrakhan to me. You know what I'm saying? He's holding that type of he's holding that type of weight, and now we got him. So when you see if my videos get reported, stuff is happening, it's because we on that level. We telling the truth. We got some heavy hitters with us, and it's even deep just to be from Trenton to attract those high-ranking lecturers of that magnitude to where we at now. Especially, this station is multicultural, so I think that's what really attracted him, and we got him. He's with us now. So I can work. So now you know what level you on, because I can encourage the brother. Encourage him to come out, and we can do some stuff to set up some halls, get a hall, and get some real money. Because somebody had stole his code to his website, and they had cloned it, and they made over $400-something thousand just off of his material. So now we'll be, he got control of his stuff. So now he's going to bring all that over here to Hamilton Radio. Yeah. So so man, that's why I say it's big, and I'm glad you brought his name up so we can let the people know that, because I did that on a couple shows when we first got him. I would play his videos, but sometimes that was a couple months ago, because he's been with us for a while. We just haven't aired a show. We putting stuff in preparation, because he does his thing a particular way, and he's going through a lot of stuff. He's moving and stuff like that, where he's living at, and he's still being attacked in a way that probably we haven't went through yet. Because when they come after you, you getting hacked, your phone is tapped, all that stuff, and he's going through that type of thing. Like, you can't have no bank accounts, you can't use no credit cards, you can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got your driver's license.
I always use one of my favorite movies as a reference for what you just mentioned, which was Enemy of State.
Yeah, he did that type of thing.
Exactly.
He talks about it, man. He be dropping some heavy stuff, like stuff that we don't even come across, because because he's white, he get exposed to different things, but people aren't aware of his spirit, like the type. He has a truthful spirit with him, and he just don't give a damn. He's an older guy now, but he done put in so much work. He's like, man, I'm going head in. So I gotta applaud dude, for even doing that. Just as because it get beyond the race thing after a while. When you start, the more conscious you get, it get beyond that, and you see the brainwashing that's going on. Because when we start doing business, the dollar's green. You know what I'm saying? We don't put all the money's green and silver and bronze. You know what I mean? So we gonna take their money, But then a lot of us have a lot in common with upbringing, schooling, how we deal with our women, how we did. You know what I'm saying? We have certain things in common, and we gelling that together now. I ain't saying like integrate with people, hateful ass white folk. No, we ain't doing that. I'll take the intelligent ones. I'll take your Tim Wides. I'll take your Jordan Maxwell's, and the other ones that's on point, and they've been relentless in their teachings for years. You haven't seen them bend to the powers that be at all. They rather suffer. So I can dig that, because if anything about black people, we know about suffering. We know about that, so we can relate on certain things, like, you know what I mean? But this is a great show, man. I'd like to thank you for calling in. Let me know. Hit me on the book or something. I don't have your number, absolutely. But hit me on the book or something so we can arrange another show. And even if, because I'm gonna start doing outside stuff too. So if you was like in a distant location, we can be out in the club somewhere or at a live show. We don't always have to be in studio and stuff. You know what I mean? And do different shows and bring it in. But we gonna build. I need you on them drums or something.
Hey, I was trying to tell you earlier, as far as the stage show is considered, all I want for Christmas is my own band. That's it.
Hey man, I'm in. I'm still one of the baddest. People don't know.
I think we can make a great impact on the world, man. Trust me. You know,
Yeah.
we have to come together, like Father Allah said. You want to see him, you want to see Allah come together. You know.
Word. That's definitely what's up. Hey man, you know, it ain't nothing to it but to do it.
No question, man. Mega love to you and your team, man. Thanks for having me.
You too,
and
man.
Recognition, man. And you know, I love you for years without tears, man. You gotta know that.
All right, that's what's up, man. This is High Power Razi on the Munk Show. Hopefully we get him back shortly, you know. And I don't know, man. I want to take it out with a song, man. Go. Rube, could you put one of his videos on or another one of them tracks? You know, just pick whatever by his name and stuff. We'll, you know, just put something on as an outro, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace.
Just play the whole track too, and we'll just end that out. Do I hear it? Yeah. Hey, Rod, you still there? Yeah. Stay on the line after we turn this off, and I'll get you the number and everything.
Okay, Lord, you got it.
Peace.
Motherfuckers, American me. No, I ain't stutter, though I speak broken English, I teach. Yeah, we got issues, cracks and pistols, blood spilling the street. Black babies suffer from a diet of hate over beats. Teachers and preachers, politicians, musicians for gain. Making a killing by concealing the cause of my pain. Radio stations making mountains of money to place. Rich corporations, advertisements in front of my face. These corporations never come to my hood to get the bird's eye view of how the shit ain't good. They just position products to exploit the black dollar. And our blatant lack of knowledge of our vast spending power. Cowards never think to spend a cent in the bricks. As long as niggas keep spinning dough on frivolous shit, we get a million life-size Hennessy scripts. Thanks to mainstream media for selling them shits. Israelites is gonna be alright. Israelites is gonna be alright. 400 years been living on the wilderness, searching to find some peace and rest. We scratch the turntable, some bright one. Spin on them back and rock microphones. So Israelites is gonna be alright. Israelites is gonna be alright. Hey, to make you know this ain't blood working in the vein, it's in you. What may I fit do? To make you know divide and conquer. Them use pun, we yo. Scramble for hip hop 1880 conference of Berlin. Scramble for Africa and all her resources again. We haven't learned from the shit that they did to us then. That's why we suffer. Ignorance is the wickedest sin. We send our babies to the same institutions that slaved us for education on the world from their conqueror's view. The textbooks are damn near 30 years old that they gave us. The teachers union try to tell you I'm bonkers, it's true. Black educators, lawyers, doctors, and rappers alike who getting money and positions of power and fame. Don't try to separate yourself from Israel in the light by looking down on the less fortunate with disdain. Israelites is gonna be alright. Israelites is gonna be alright. 400 years been living on the wilderness, searching to find some peace and rest. We scratch the turntable, some bright one. Spin on them back and rock microphones. So Israelites is gonna be alright. Israelites is gonna be alright. Let's understand this Eurocentric supremacist system based on oppression, politics, race, and crackertalism. It shapes the people into groups and classes, so the masses won't rise up against their asses. Thus, black people think that when they seek social mobilization and move from poor to middle class, they obtain some salvation. Your 3 degrees and your PhDs won't change the fact to them you a nigga. Do the knowledge, do the shit through the eyes of Caucasians who ain't even 15% the world's population. If not for white supremacy, they face annihilation. Thus the need to subjugate and oppress the darker nations. But all white people ain't evil, they all ain't racist. Just don't ask them for reparations. My friends are not racist. Bet they asses never say shit about the Clear Channel playlist, and I fight for reparations. So Israelites is gonna be alright. Israelites is gonna be alright.